We are live.
We're live?
Yeah.
Welcome, my friends, along to this live discussion where we're going to discuss an extremely powerful and somewhat underutilized AI trading technology that's sitting right at your fingertips right now, ready to be utilized. And it's basically going to allow you to circumvent a lot of the common obstacles that manual traders face, which is the steep learning curve and the enormous time consumption. So we're here to fast track your path to success so that you can get into those results fast. And who better to learn it from than one of the most proficient and incredible teachers and educators on this particular AI trading technology, Susan Batchelor. Susan Batchelor is renowned for her abilities when it comes to humanizing the digital marketing experience, building out synergy and community environments. So super excited to have her share some of her valuable time here today. So pay close attention, my friends, stick around all the way to the end. And if you're watching the replay, be sure to let us know in the comments below as you hop on and where you're tuning in from. So Susan, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I'll mute out every once in a while when that artificial intelligence is speaking here.
Yeah, Susan has some fire alarm tests going on right now, so don't be alarmed. She's not being abducted. So, guys, let's hear from Susan. Susan, could you share a little of your backstory and when you started using this Trade Compass technology?
I started using Trade Compass at the beginning of May.
May of this year?
Yes, yes.
And what kind of results have you been experiencing with this?
I win essentially every trade. Like, for example, I wanted to do a separate specific demonstration account, and from September 1st until today, there's only 2 losses amongst well over 100 wins. And that's every demonstration that I've done since May has been about that same ratio, greater than 95%.
That is insane. More importantly, guys, it's not just Susan, it's the people that are implementing this, and you're actually going to hear later on, if you pay attention all the way to the end of this video, we're going to share with you a specific formula. We're going to let you in on an insider view of a specific formula that really allows you to skyrocket your win rate, and how Susan's able to achieve that with something that she's cultivated and perfected over time. So, Susan, why are you so passionate about Trade Compass? I know a lot of people in this group, they're probably familiar. They see a lot of posts shared about Trade Ringer, which is our AI expert advisor, trading algorithmic software. But what is it about Compass that has you excited?
What I really love about the Compass software is a few things. And the first, I guess, and the thing that excites me the most is members utilizing it or using it can start with any account balance. So I did an example to prove that in July of an account of $125 and took it to a little more than doubling it in a short time. So I love the idea that anyone can start with any balance. So that's number one. And then the second reason why I'm so passionate about it is because people don't have to have an expansive Forex trading knowledge. So it's super simple to learn, especially like adding the formula. And then the other thing is, even though it's manual trading, you don't need to be stuck to your screens. You can literally do the whole thing from your phone. So wherever you are physically or time-wise during your day, members can just totally utilize the alerts.
So that right there, guys, is a unique differentiating factor that really makes this extremely powerful. It's a portable skill set. You can take it with you anywhere. You can be in any time zone. You can be waiting in a gate in the airport for a connecting flight. You can pop on one of these trades. And just as you mentioned as well, Susan, the financial barrier to entry. A lot of people struggle, even Trade Ringer, you know, it may be out of reach for some people in terms of the financial barrier to entry, whereas this levels the playing field. It makes it accessible to a whole new world of people, allows us to impact a lot more people. We've seen people start with as little as $50. That's a complete game changer, and then you can use it as a stepping stone to move your way and to get to the higher level capital that's required for something like Trade Ringer. So
There's one other point,
Yeah.
if I may, that's super important that not everybody realizes this perspective. That's a benefit of Compass that excites me as well, is depending on the market conditions. So every once in a while we go, like for example, right now we're going through Brexit, and then there's challenges with the swings, and so even TradeRinger has to work a bit harder. You have to make sure you're conservative, and there's all these other factors of paying attention to your settings. That doesn't affect Compass and the taking advantage of the wedge alerts at all. So market conditions do not matter one bit. You have very highly probable trade situations sent out with the alerts.
And there's a phrase I've heard you use many times, Susan, financial autonomy. You're learning a skill that's really allows you to create money on demand. Once you've increased your personal value, you've acquired a skill. It's something nobody can take away from you, and that's extremely powerful. Yeah. So let's shift gears slightly and educate people that may not be aware. What exactly is Compass? I mean, what is it sending you, and where is it being sent?
Compass is artificial intelligence software that is sending you what we call wedge alerts. And we receive them through Telegram. So that's how you just have a Telegram app on your phone, and that's how you receive them on your phone or on your desktop. That's still fine. Can you still hear me okay when they are going on?
Yeah, it's fine, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Just so if I should just shout through it. My shouting, I know, is just kind of like whispering. But anyway, okay. Grasshopper, back in attention. So what is the wedge alert? The wedge alert is a consolidation in the market on the specific pair that you get delivered. And the consolidation of a wedge formation is highly indicative that the trend is going to shift directions. So it's not something new. It's a formation that traders have been observing for years, for as long as I can search back. But the really cool thing is you don't have to search for them or learn how to find a wedge. The software gives you the alert of a highly probable situation where you could take a trade.
Again, that's absolutely key. One of the biggest obstacles is the enormous time consumption that a person experiences with traditional manual trading. They're spending hours and hours staring into charts on different time frames looking for these trading opportunities. But the difference here is you're allowing the perfect trading opportunities to come to you as opposed to you hunting for them. That's extremely powerful. And how many of these trades, Susan, enlighten people on what kind of volume of opportunities are people receiving here on a daily basis?
Every day there's anywhere from, I think 25 would be about the lowest, and there's often closer to 50 alerts sent out every day. Oh, and I might add on the other, when you ask me like what they are, to be able to observe a wedge, you need to do a significant amount of studying and learning. Whereas this, you can start from scratch. You can be a newbie and learn how to take the alert and apply a trade.
So if you're watching this and you're familiar with trading, you may have heard of something called trading signals. This is AI-powered alerts. Susan, just share with people the difference there and why this is powerful in comparison to traditional trading signals.
So when you receive a signal, on the other side of that signal is a person. It's a human that are looking at multiple screens, multiple charts, and they're observing highly probable situations or trade opportunities. And so you're relying on their knowledge, their energy, their expertise. Are they tired? Are they going to make a mistake? And the timing of when they send out the signal and when you have time to apply it. Whereas this is it's software, it's algorithm based, it's got artificial intelligence in it. It doesn't get tired, it doesn't fall asleep, it doesn't have a mood swing, it doesn't make mistakes.
Exactly, that's extremely powerful because you're not carrying that human emotional bias, you're not carrying the burden of human error in the psychological component that comes with trading. Just as you're saying, it's executing a predetermined set of reasoning parameters. It's not going to revenge trade. It's not going to let its ego get in the way. So That's extremely powerful. So real quick, Susan, let's dive into a little bit about the unique strategy that you have utilized. You've coined it trade fusion formula and the compass fusion formula because it's fusing two things together. So what are you actually fusing with the compass? We know that the wedge alert is extremely powerful, as you said, because it's a historically reliable indication of a forthcoming price breakout. So we've got that taken care of. The AI is sending it to us. We're not wasting time looking for it. But what is it about the fusion formula that really puts this whole strategy on steroids and increases the win rate that people are experiencing?
Again, it's super simple, but it's the fact of applying it together. So it's the RSI, and an RSI is a relative strength index. It's a super common indicator that traders have used for years. But the difference is the specific period that I use and the parameters with it. It's even more sensitive, so it's a higher sensitivity for the settings. And then it's applying that to also the highly probable situation, a trade opportunity that the wedge is. So that's why it's so powerful. It's fusing the two together. It just increases your confidence in when to choose to take the trade. And it decreases the amount of trades that you would take with that confidence to about half or maybe a third in every day. So if there's 50, there's usually somewhere between 10 and 15 if I had to count. But again, I try to fit it into my lifestyle. So I don't do a lot of counting of anything. I try to do what I talk about and make it as free and whatever, just fit it into your day as possible. But if I had to guess, it would be about that many. And it just increases the certainty of the winning trade because you only want to take the winning ones, right?
Absolutely. So for the person watching this that are completely brand new, they've no previous trading experience, they may be feeling somewhat hesitant as whether or not this is a steep learning curve or it's something that they can learn and implement. What sort of timeline horizon are we looking at here for a person to reach a level of proficiency where they can produce consistent, sustainable results? From your experience and the people you've taught and the people that are utilizing this inside our community, you know, what is the learning curve with this? What does it look like?
Well, if someone is really intent on sitting down and learning it and going from beginning to end of what they'd have to do to make sure and learn how to do the whole, what the wedge is, what the compass is, all of that, I think the most time that it would take to learn, apply it, and become confident in it would be one day.
One day?
Serious. Yeah.
You make it sound like the simplicity of the strategy. I think that's what people are not realizing here. It's something that you can pretty much deploy quite rapidly, but most people associate a pretty steep learning curve with this as in years and years of losing in the market. So that may be hard for some people to believe, but again, we're eliminating a lot of the human psychological learning curve that's required, the mind game that's required, because we're just getting straight to the point. We're sidestepping, we're circumventing the obstacles, sidestepping the obstacles and fast tracking that path to the end result that everyone's looking for. So that's extremely powerful. It sounds like a sixth sense, but it's really something you can learn in 10 to 15 minutes and deploy within seconds once you've mastered and honed in on the skills. So you can imagine what learning a skill like that could be worth to you in your bottom line. So that's incredibly powerful. So Susan, real quick, let's just share with people what are the next steps that are involved if on the other side of a person's decision, on the other side of a person's decision to get started, what's waiting for them? We all know what it feels like to purchase a product only to be left in the dark, stumbling and fumbling around trying to figure it and piece it out together. So let people know what kind of support and community culture is waiting for them on the other side to handhold them through this learning curve.
It's really like nothing I've ever seen anywhere else. So as soon as you purchase as a new customer, you immediately have access in your back office to the Compass alerts, and then to the Compass training. So there's a series of videos from corporate that teach you all about what the wedge alerts, how to visualize them and everything. So you have immediate access to the Compass literally as soon as you purchase it, in an instant.
And in terms of training, is there weekly trainings? Is there archived videos they can look up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the under Forex Friday, they can go to the specific formula that we were talking to today. The archived Forex Friday videos on October 14th is the first one, and Michael essentially helps me because I'm not a Forex trader educator. Like, I'm not a qualified educator, so he is. So that training is there, and there'll be more. So,
and just to add to that, we do have a Compass knowledge base. It's a searchable support center with over 20 articles, unique articles at the time of this video, that are archived there, that gives you a real-time written response to your most pressing questions. It's available 24/7, and it's growing in content daily, and Michael is adding to that all the time. So everything you need, guys, is waiting for you on the other side. So any final words, Susan, that you want to wrap this up with, that you want to share with people, like somebody that may be still on the fence, a bit hesitant? What would you say to them? We're really focusing, guys, on, we think this is a somewhat underutilized but extremely powerful product, so we want to bring it to people's attention more and more and bring it to the forefront here inside our community, just so that people really realize the power of it. So you're going to see more and more testimonials be sharing with Compass, and it's a perfect entry-level gateway vehicle. It's perfect entry level for a new level, a brand new trader, to eliminate a lot of the learning curve. So Susan, just share with us there something that might push someone over this edge to make a relaxed and informed decision as to whether or not this is something that they want to align themselves with and take advantage of.
In all honesty, for the initial month price of purchase and every monthly license subscription fee afterwards, the Compass product alone, in my opinion, is worth even way more than that amount. So really, that's all I have to, that's the main thing that I have to say. You don't need anything else beyond all the training and education that you would need to learn how to use it is available right within the knowledge base and the back office. Plus the community is just so helpful. So the cost should definitely not be a barrier. Your time limitation should absolutely not be a barrier. And it literally is, like Bren said, usually how I describe it is you're handing somebody a piece of autonomy with this product alone, giving them the ability to multiply, to create profits and gains anytime, anywhere, with any experience or knowledge of trading in Forex. So I really don't know what your barrier would be to accessing this piece of software.
That's awesome. That's a nice way to end it, guys. So thank you so much for joining us. People join for the software, they stay for the software and the community. We've got a thriving tribe, an incredible culture waiting for you on the other side as well, to help you with everything that you need. So as my buddy Ed says, give your chance a chance, get out of your own way, take this risk-free, I mean, you get a 7-day risk-free trial. It's a money-back guarantee. You start in a demo account. You're not using any real money. If you continue to do what you've always been doing, you'll continue to get the same results. We know that. So make a strategic decision to position yourself to win, because artificial intelligence is not going away. We came through the agricultural age, industrial age, computer age. We're rapidly transitioning into the artificial intelligence age, and every form of human labor is being rendered obsolete, everything from floor cleaning to brain surgery to engineering. So this is a way to make a strategic decision to position yourself on the winning side of AI as opposed to the losing side. So let's get your money working for you and growing for you. Thanks a lot for staying tuned, and look forward to seeing you inside our community on the winning side. Thanks a lot, my friend.
Thanks, Bren.